that we, if they call in,
Yeah.
we'll give them 10% off. And
Okay.
10% off, what exactly?
On the website.
ink or
on the inks, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
just the
Anything-
ink cartridges?
ink cartridges that we do. So everyone has got a printer,
Mhm.
So any ink cartridges or toner cartridges they want to buy, we can give 10% off. Yeah.
Okay.
As
All
a
right.
special incentive for
So the
business.
10% for the callers if they call in, and mashallah, he said 10%, and we got a caller straight away, and they want to ask a question. How do I get that 10%? Give me the. Assalamu alaikum, caller.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, your name is. Can I take your name and where you calling from?
Mohammed from London.
Muhammad from London.
Yeah.
Welcome to Iqra TV. What's your
Thank you
question?
very much. Thank you very much. I watched your program last time as well. I just got watched interestingly.
Mhm.
Anything you talk, for instance, you guess, because it's good to ask them how did they build up their business and how did they reach to this stage.
Mhm.
So maybe for them it's nothing, but people were watching, we're watching very keenly.
Mhm.
So anything they tell us is, to be honest with you, is a lesson for other people.
Mhm. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, for instance, because I want to start my own business, the woman I'm working,
Uh-huh.
but I don't know what, something scares me that I don't want to lose my job.
Uh-huh.
But on the other hand, I want to do business as well.
Yeah.
I know I won't make enough in job because no matter how long I work, I would live hands to mouth.
Mhm.
Now, what would be advice from your panel that if somebody wants to do a business and they really want to give 100%,
Mhm.
but what steps somebody should take? Like, I mean, what things which scare people? For instance, they might be going through the same situation when they were young, or when they started their businesses.
Yeah. Well, it's a very excellent question, Brother Muhammad, And I remember when I was actually 16 years old and I read this magazine, and it was actually an interview with a very successful multimillionaire businessman, and he was saying a job stands for just over broke. I mean, you will never make a fortune. You will never be rich by working for someone else. You will just be just at that level, just above, just about covering your expenses, and alhamdulillah, and that's it. But to build a fortune or to start a business and to have a solution for a bigger audience, for a community, you have to start up a business. So you're absolutely right in that sense. Now you always have that fear, okay? Now fear can be your greatest enemy, and it can also be your greatest friend, okay? Fear can actually freeze you at times. You can hesitate, and you can have doubts in yourself, and especially if you ask people that are very passive and they have a routine life, they always say to you, oh no, keep the job, a bird in the hand's better than two in the bush, and all that kind of talk, yeah? But you have to use that fear to drive you forward.
Sorry to cut you, sorry to interrupt you as well.
Yeah.
When you were guest, in one program you were guest as well.
Yeah, that's right.
And when I had you, I was very motivated for 1 week.
Yeah.
And then because where I work, I have so many problems with the staff. I manage like 4 or 5 people.
Uh-huh.
And I work there. I have so many issues, pressure from the management, this and that. So all my then I lose my concentration on that. I just focus on job and coming in the morning, going in the morning, coming in the evening.
Yep.
And in the evening thinking about that job as well.
Mm-hmm.
When I read a book or watch a program, it just motivates me that I really want to do something. I don't know if it's lack of motivation or something, but obviously those people who do want something, who really want to do something, they are just like this. You have guests. So they don't fear anything apart from God, so they just want to.
But Brother Muhammad, it's not something that happened overnight, or people were just born and said, right, okay, I'm going to do business, whatever. It's something that they've built. You gradually get used to the feeling that of the obstacles, and you have the patience. It's something that builds. The more you try, the more you fail, and failure is not something wrong or to be something ashamed of. It's expensive lessons, and the more you do it, and the more you learn from these lessons, the greater you become, and the closer you become to success. So you just got to keep on trying, And the secret of success is really
can I ask you one small question from your panel as well, from the guests as well? But what sort of hardships did they have when they started their businesses?
Yeah. So I'll ask that question. I'll pass it on to the guests, and inshallah they'll give you some of the insight. we've got a couple of minutes left, and then we're going to go for a commercial. So, do you want to add some points, and then we'll go for a commercial, and we carry on, and maybe we'll ask you after. I mean, is there any piece of advice you can give to Brother Muhammad? You know, he's got a job. He's a manager. He's managing 5 people. You know, but he really wants to be a businessman. He's inspired by you and Atif. You know.
I think the main thing is the hikmah, and then there's a lot of hard work. There's a lot of frustration. At one point I almost gave up, and I wanted to go for work as well. But I just persisted and went on, you know, doing the business. And alhamdulillah, around the corner there was success, you know, and then it built up. And once you get the taste of that, inshallah there will be no stopping. But it is difficult. It's not easy.
Yeah, because you know, people, they're watching us now, and they're thinking, you know, this is so easy. You know, these guys, the guy started a stand, he was selling shirts, and somehow it was flying off the shelves, and next thing he's got all that money now. Yeah, it's easy for him, but we're not that lucky, you know. So that's the impression. Inshallah, we don't have much time. Do you have any other points quickly in the last few seconds before we go for a commercial?
I think that is the advice.
That's the main one. Yeah, perseverance, patience.
Patience.
Yeah, I always get inspiration
and help from Allah.
Yeah,
that's the main thing.
Yeah, that's true. I get the inspiration from Surah Al-Asr. You know, by time mankind is in loss, only those who do good works, and have patience and exalt each other to patience. That's the kind of the meaning in Arabic of it. So you always have to persevere and have that patience. You know, so patience is a key to success. Success in this dunya and success for the akhirah as well. And sometimes it's a test, you know. So in the very beginning, you didn't sort of like, the t-shirts didn't just fly off the shelves. You know, there was sometimes that there weren't any sales, and you was really frustrated. And okay. So anything you want to add in the last few seconds?
No, I think like Munir's brother said, you know, it is very, very hard.
Yeah.
You know, the hard.
So we'll carry on after the commercial, inshallah, because we only got a few seconds left. So viewers, inshallah, we will carry on after this commercial, and we'll hear from Mr. Atif, Managing Director of 77 Inks, and he'll tell us a bit more about how to sort of value. Okay. So inshallah, I'll see you at the other end of the commercial. Assalamu alaikum for now. Assalamu alaikum and welcome back. I'm in business. You're watching us live on Sky 826 Iqra TV. Now, thanks for joining, and to just give you a little summary of what we had today. We have 2 special guests. We have Munir Diwan, founder of Premier Business Center, and we have Atif, who's founder of 77 Inks, and he's got ABM, he's got Green Office. You've got so many businesses, mashallah. And we had an excellent caller, Brother Muhammad. He was asking about tips and motivational advice on starting up a business. He was saying that he's working, he's a manager, he's managing 5 of his staff, and he's always hesitating to start that business. So we're just taking some advice from the panel today. So Atif, you was going to give us some advice to the caller.
Yeah, I would say, you know, to the caller, it is hard to move away from a job, because you've got guaranteed, you know, you're secure, you've got that comfort zone.
Yeah.
When you come out of that comfort zone and work for yourself, it's very scary, and you need all the support that you can get.
Yeah.
So it's a good idea to find out, you know, local support of government, local authorities, grants, any kind of support that you can get your hands on, any kind of funding. It's very, very important. There are, you know, friends, family that you can rely on, because when you start business, it's not going to be easy for the first year and a half, 2 years. You know, that's my experience, that you basically put in and you don't take out.
Yeah.
So you've got to be prepared for that. You know,
you've got to have some sort of a savings. So you have to plan ahead. You can't just start in business just like that, or just leave that job and just go. You have to have a bit of market research, say exactly right, okay, I need £10,000 to start that business, or £100,000. So you need to have that. You need to build that saving up, and then go for it.
Got to have
burn your bridges and just go for it straight away.
Good business plan.
Okay.
You know, you've got to project, you know, 18 months in the future. You've got to plan it. Cash flow is absolutely key.